Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
It's another beautiful Friday out here in Milan. My name is Mark Godwin Iweajua, and I'm here with my wonderful brother from the other side. George, can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you. I can see you clearly.
Nice. So you're welcome, viewers. You're welcome to the Friday, the 12th of December, 2025. And we're here on our Africa International Updates. George,
Right. Yes.
We missed you last time. Hope it's well.
It is well. It's one of those type of situations, cold weather that hit me a little hard. I lost my voice.
Oh
And,
dear.
but I had to work hard to regain it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. It's good. But you don't look like you had any flu or anything. You look good. Nice.
It's the grace of God.
Good. Good. All right. Keep taking the warm water. Warm water help this time. Yes. Let's come to some of the news, George. Let's do small international, then we'll come to the other side. US sanctions 6 more ships after seizing the oil tanker of Venezuela. We know United States and Venezuela has been going back and forth on this issue of tankers and all of these things being used as a means of penetrating into America. George, what do you have? The U.S. Treasury has imposed sanctions on 6 more ships. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has also been apprehended, and they say it's a sanction that will affect their economy and will be able to make them to surrender to some of the drug smuggling allegations. George, did you have that story on?
Yes, I do. It's a breaking news on high seas.
Yes, you can unmute your phone while we show the video. So unmute, George. Unmute your phone.
Yeah, this is breaking news on the high sea, where the U.S. Is cracking down on Venezuela oil ship. And after seizing its first tanker this week, U.S. authorities have actually targeted list and their target list and preparing to intercept more ships, aiming to disrupt a shadow fleet that sells oil to China and other countries. So Venezuela is calling the move a piracy, but legal experts argue that U.S. action a forceful application for international sanctions law. So the move has sent a second wave through shipping industries, causing suspensions and putting everyone involved in these oil trades on high sea. The problem we have is this. Regardless of whatever U.S. is saying, Venezuela is a sovereign country. This type of situation is part of the problem that we were warning previously, that when Trump comes back again, he will just try to imitate and be like Putin, North Korea, and China. This is what we're seeing. All of a sudden, I can understand that if you want to stop shipment of drugs to your own country, why not you just basically try to stop any movement of ships from your country to wherever they drop these drugs, rather than just killing folks arbitrarily and then trying to stop this nation from, selling their oil. China receives oil from Venezuela. So what does that now do to the oil that used to be sold to China?
Yeah, so but the allegation is some of this ship also he's accusing the Venezuelan president of using those ships to bring in criminals into America. and also facilitating the drug smuggling. So it is not just stamping on impending or taking off a ship. It is that this has become a channel, a means by which Venezuelan drug cartel bring in drugs. So yes, I get you, George. There should be a legal way to doing that instead of just stamping on all of the thing. But sometimes, like Trump, we all know Trump. Sometimes you remove every legality and just do things the way you want to do it.
Is that correct, really? Is that
Well,
the real way to do things?
how.
No,
Mhm.
we really need to, let's step down on it. Because when
Okay.
you think about that,
Mhm.
because if Russia is doing everything they can
Mhm.
against Ukraine,
Yeah.
and you can do anything, there's nothing
You
you can do about that. America
about
is
that
not doing anything against that.
against that.
Now,
Okay.
there's a little country. We understand that maybe they are doing drugs and selling drugs or
Mhm.
whatever the case might be.
Yeah, that's
It
it.
now mean that you have to go into that country and change the
Mhm.
government in that country?
Well, changing of government, that one would be a little bit hard. We don't know if that will happen. But viewers, what we are
But that's
talking about, what we're talking about is the Venezuelan America situation where they imposed sanction on 6 more ships. They've also taken the nephew of the Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, and White House says those tankers are known for carrying black market sanctioned oil. That's the real thing. Black market sanctioned oil. So probably they don't pay tax on those oil business. And also,
pay
Trump
tax
is.
too.
Mhm.
Pay tax
Well,
too.
there is. I mean, you should know that there is a
The VAT,
global
the VAT.
agreement on such movement and such sales of crude oil and the rest.
But,
So
but what I'm gonna
also
do,
because of
what I'm gonna do, I don't think these are made up situation to give them authority to do whatever they want to do. I don't
okay.
think so. But one thing that we know is this: yes, indeed, they need to
Mhm.
crack down on this. They need to crack down on it. I believe so. But there are ways of legally doing things rather than imposing your power on a small country.
Okay.
That's the
All right,
problem.
George. Let's see how that works. Viewers, so you're tuning to SSM Friday International Updates. That's what we're doing here. And we're talking about Venezuela and America in that situation. George, yesterday also, the Bulgarian government resigned after mass protests. The government had to just call it quits. And they said the cabinet had to step down. Parliament will be, they gave him a vote of no confidence. And that's after weeks of threats, protests all about the country against economic policies and the failure of the government to tackle corruption. Bulgaria, for those of us watching, is Central Europe country. Bulgaria is not doing too well economically, but I mean, Bulgaria. George, what do you have on that? What's the story?
What we are
Mhm,
receiving is that Bulgarian government collapses amidst a massive public outcry.
mhm.
Prime Minister
Yes,
Rosen, whatever his last name
yeah,
is, yes,
Rosenbergsgov. Yeah, that's
yes,
his name. Uh-huh.
has resigned just weeks before the country is set to join the
Mhm.
euro, following
Yeah,
nights of huge protests in Sofia and other cities. So
yeah.
this is what we are receiving. The dramatic resignation comes after protests flooded the streets, accusing the minority government of widespread corruption and demanding the removal of powerful figures like sanctioned oligarch Delian Pevesky and former PM Bokyo Borisov. Despite
Mhm.
political chaos, Bulgaria planned to switch to euro in January 1st and is still on track. The prime minister stated he had the civic energy of the people, marking another chapter in the country's long struggle with its political instability. So
Okay.
this is a country that understand politics. If people are putting pressure on you because they don't like the way you are governing, you resign.
You
But
resign.
when you go to Africa and try to see this in Nigeria or any other country, it's not possible. But these are countries that respect the law and respect that democracy is for the people, by the people, and for the people. So this is
Yes,
it's really
a
uh,
sad
uh,
one. Mhm.
impressive.
Impressive. Okay. Okay. So
Impressive.
so there you go, viewers. That's the prime minister that resigned, Bulgarian Prime Minister Velzigov. He's had to step down. They passed a vote of no confidence on him, and this is also due to the protests lately in the country against economic policies and his failure to tackle corruption. So this is what we're hearing from our studio. Bulgaria has a new. Let's see how it goes. Take note that Bulgaria had plans, George, to join the eurozone. Bulgaria is in Europe, but it's not yet in the eurozone, so it's limited from a lot of things in that European conclave. So, but they were planning to join in January next year.
Very fast, yes. But
Now,
it's still on board. It's still on board.
but you
Like what
think
they
it will be about depending on the government that comes in. If that government
well,
probably doesn't support euro, not all European countries agree with the EU policies and plan. So that's it, viewers. We are talking international updates, George and I. George, let's move on to other stories, and we'll be there. So viewers, this is it. Let's go on to other stories. All right, George. Let's come to some Nigerian news. Yesterday, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters ordered removal of unauthorized checkpoints all over Nigeria. Unauthorized checkpoints, they call it. George, we know truly every corner, most parts of Nigeria, you have those checkpoints. Now, these soldiers should not actually be there. They should also be in the warfare. We're talking of soldiers. We're talking of combating the banditry in our country. And we have our soldiers and military men only doing checkpoints, being around corners, stopping civilians, and not going to do the real tasks they are being called for. George, what do you say?
Well, they call it the breaking defense directives. Nigerian military has ordered the immediate removal of all non-essential roadblocks and unauthorized checkpoints on major highways nationwide, citing serious concerns over the inefficiency and the security risks. Okay.
Yeah.
The move aims to ease major travel routes that have become clogged and hazardous, including key corridors like Abuja, Kano, and Lagos, Benin, where proliferation of static checkpoints has been disrupting movement for both security forces and civilians. Now, instead of stationary posts, commanders are now instructed to secure these expanses using aggressive mobile patrols and intelligence gathering, shifting strategy to maintain security while restoring.
Yes, George, sorry, hold on there, please. Let's bring in our diva, and she's coming the right time. How are you, BD? BD Nana from Lagos, Nigeria is joining the network now. BD, it's good to have you. And we even need you to update us on this story we're talking, the checkpoints that have been stopped. The defense headquarters has ordered all checkpoints to be closed. So, George, go ahead. So, what you're saying, George, is that there are some states where it will also run, or is it all the states?
Well, you see, there are some checkpoints that has been, it's become something that we call, I mean, it's not good, okay?
It's not
Because
good.
now, when you talk about insurgencies, we go in the middle belt. We don't see any of these checkpoints there.
Okay.
We still have a free movement of these insurgents moving around, going to villages and destroying people. You come to Igbo land in the southeast of Nigeria, you see every 5 kilometers is a checkpoint. What is the necessity? We don't know. So when they are removing this, and I'm praying that they will remove it all over, and then
All
put
over.
those people in places where they can be able to, cite anything that is not normal and, go after it rather than having all these checkpoints. What this entails is that we are still living in the military era, which is not the way it's supposed to be.
Which is not the way it's supposed to
Now,
be.
if there are problems in certain areas, yeah, you can deploy the police. Mobile police can actually take over and do their jobs. And the military can also continue to do what they are doing, go after the insurgents and destroy them. If Nigeria is not playing a game, they can destroy these people if they want to. But the point is they don't want to.
Yeah, so what they said, what the Brigadier General Rabiu said, he did this, he gave this directive on behalf of the Minister of Defense, Christopher Musa, the newly sworn in minister. What he said was there are a lot of unapproved checkpoints and they are disrupting movement and exposing people to avoidable danger. So they have to close all these checkpoints. This is what we got from the defense headquarters. So, but George, let's say some other side of it. Also, we know how most Nigerian citizens are. A lot of crimes are also committed on the highway, and some criminals have that free passage when they don't have security on those way. So will this really help? Because you could have more now criminals using this open road.
We are not saying for them to disappear completely.
Okay.
What we are saying is you can take strategic points, move across the road, drive up and drive down in certain area that that the command is having you, to checkpoint. You don't have to be stopping people. You don't need to stop people. You can be checking. Okay, these are military men, these are military police. So what they need to do is to station in certain areas where the checkpoints are is not necessary. But the mobile police can actually station somewhere or drive across the roads. They can be going up and down.
Drive across the road.
Rather than stopping people and stopping the traffic, completely, which is actually causing some of these travelers to waste unnecessary time. And each one of these checkpoints, they end up taking money from people. It's unnecessary. So now that they are being removed, let them find a way where they can be able to be driving up and down, checking vehicles. And, when you see traffic is moving, we don't need to stop anybody.
Okay. Viewers, we are discussing the new directive that has been given by the defense headquarters ordering all unauthorized checkpoints to be removed. Now, unauthorized, the word unauthorized was what they used, George. Which ones are authorized? Where do we have how do we know the authorized checkpoints? They also said
the point is if they're stopping everything. So
they're stopping everything.
It's not supposed to be authorized or unauthorized.
Okay.
So what happens now is clear the whole road of all these checkpoints. Let the military police be trained on how to be able to detect things that are not, that are dangerous. They can be driving on the road themselves. Their presence alone would deter criminals, but not to be stopping people. And this is another way for them to be making money, because every time they stop somebody, most of the time, money is being exchanged.
Yes.
Because they can stop you for any reason and delay you. Therefore, when money is given, they allow these people to go. Stop that thing. It is not working. It's disturbing travelers from basically their free movement they're supposed to have, especially during this Christmas period.
But like I said earlier, George, you just called the moment Christmas period. What about don't we need an arranged plan to have the security men on the road, but in a way that probably they will not just be taking or extorting people money and putting people's life in risks, but
You cannot stop
Let BD. Let's hear from BD.
you cannot
BD,
stop that. You
you
cannot
cannot
stop
stop
that.
that. Okay. Okay, you cannot stop that. But it's scary also, George, to be traveling and see these huge piles of security men with um, battlefront kind of arrangements. You see, like this one now. These are battlefront kind of arrangement where you have the trench. People put things against gunshots. This shouldn't be on the express road of ordinary citizens. I mean, scary. BD, we hope you can hear us. We're losing you
Yeah,
here, but how
yeah,
can you get it now? Okay, good. Tell
yeah.
us.
I'm
We're
okay.
talking about highway, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters that has ordered removal of all. They use the word unauthorized checkpoints nationwide, and we are saying, is this a good step? And what are the authorized checkpoints? Where are the ones? How do we know the ones that are authorized and the ones that are not? Inform us, BD.
I like that question. I like that question. How do we know the authorized one and unauthorized one? Meanwhile, good morning, Mr. George. Good to see you,
Good
our
morning.
viewers out there. Nice to be here today. See, this declaration they made now, this is not the first time Nigerian government is making that statement. This is not the
Mm,
first time. They do it, and most times when it's coming towards the editing period, because the Igbos, more especially from the southeast pattern of Nigeria, they always complain. Because if you go to southeast, you find out that Nigerians are still fighting war, that the Biafra war is still ongoing. Because if you calculate the number of checkpoints they have in southeast, it's at numbers the own checkpoint they have in the whole of Nigeria. Yes. So anytime you visit Southeast, you will realize that there is still war, Biafran war, ongoing in Southeast. So they've come to make that statement that they should leave the express road. This is not the first time they are making it. They will just come and make a lip service, let Nigerians feel that they are working. But go there, go to Southeast, go from Shagamu to Onitsha, Onitsha to Enugu, Enugu to Owerri, to Abakaliki, Abakaliki to Port Harcourt, Aba Road, the kind of checkpoints you witness there, and not just witnessing these checkpoints, the intimidation, the humiliation, the harassment that people from the southeast pattern of Nigeria get, it's something else. I've experienced it one hand. I'm not telling you what I don't know. I've experienced it. Yes, in 2021 that I traveled to East, I had an emergency that it was on 27th of December. I did not plan to travel for that Christmas, but there was an emergency call that I have to be in the East. We rushed to the
mhm,
airport. There was no flight. So I have to do road. So I got to Onitsha. I went to Nnewi. What I went to actually was in Nnewi. I went to Nnewi. We were through what we were doing. So I wanted to go to Enugu. So I got to Onitsha. I boarded a bus going to Enugu. So when we got to where they call Uguabo, yes, this before we got from Oka to that Uguabo, we passed over 20 checkpoints. From here to here, they will stop you. From here to here, from the checkpoints you'll be seeing another checkpoint. That's how close all these checkpoints are. So we got there, they stopped us. I don't even know what they're saying. They now start checking us. Everybody, they never called me out. I'm telling you, I was having my two phones, my handbag, and they called me out. They said I should come out. I came out. So when I was coming out, one woman, one elderly woman that was sitting there, they said, wife, please, Biko, what she meant is that she must argue with them. She said
mhm.
that probably she stays in the east, she understand how they operate there.
The
So I
reason.
went out to the vehicle. They said I should follow them to Coast Road. I was wondering, I had that woman because on my own I would have asked them, why am I following you? But because of what that woman said, I followed them. I crossed the road to the other side of the road. They said I should enter their bus. No, that was
Ah,
when I have to. I said, what did I do? Why are you taking me and asking me to enter bus? Are you here to ask me question or what? So we are talking with those two, their organa came out and I said, oh, yeah, introduce yourself. And I told him, this, I'm a journalist. And he said, you're a journalist there. He said, let's see your ID card. And I brought all my ID card and showed it. Then I collected my two phones. Now, trying to open it, that I should open my phone. I said, you didn't even ask me why you asked me to alight from this. Do you understand? That was when they are the one that say, collected my wallet, was ransacking my wallet, opened my, now brought out my ID card, say, oh, truly she's a journalist. Do you understand? Then I gave me everything and now asked me to go. Do you understand? Now, when they took me, I'm a woman. I'm not talking. I'm not a man. When they took me out from that bus, all the people in that bus did not say anything. So when I get back to the bus, then we started our journey towards the new. And I was asking them, this is how they will come, take people in front of people, and go and unalive the person. And people will not say, my sister, if we talk, all of us will not go here today. So you people now prefer for them to take me and unalive me. So these are the kind of things people from the south is go through every time. I've experienced it. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. Just that. So I think that why they released me is because I told them I was a journalist and they checked my post and they saw my ID card. Yes. So I asked me when I was leaving, I asked them, why did you even arrest me? Why did you take me from that car, brought me across the main road, asking me to enter bus just like that? These are the way they pick all these young boys and they go and label them what they are not. So you see this extent they come out to make. It's just a lip service. They are not stopping anything. Go to Southeast, go to Benin Ore Expressway. They are there and they will be there till after this Christmas, frustrating, humiliating, and intimidating people who are traveling to go and have this Christmas celebration. So forget about that statement they are making. It's not working.
BD, this ordeal you had, this story you just gave is scary. I mean, you saw this firsthand. Sorry for that, but let's hope that what we could do is, as a media house, we could also come up with a communique and say to the defense headquarters, this statement must be followed up with. You can't just make a
blanket statement and then allow it while they're gonna be doing what they are doing. You make a statement that will make us feel like you're doing something when
you're doing something
when you're doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
Thank you. That's what will be done. So BD, thank you for the story you just given us. Viewers, you're hearing it here, raw experience also. Nigerian Defense Headquarters say immediate removal of unauthorized checkpoints nationwide. The other thing we're going to also ask them is to let people know which one is the authorized one and the ones that are not authorized. So, I mean, Nigeria can do better. We can't have policies and just vague talk, like George said, vague utterances. You have to put it well. I mean, there are layers to discussions, to statements. You can't just like that. It's crazy. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to other stories. But before we do that, let's take a small break. We'll be back. Viewers, you're tuning to Friday International Updates, and we're here. BD is here from Lagos, Nigeria. George is here from Toronto, Canada. We'll be back. Let's take a small break.
In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa.
Schengen Story magazine is an African international bi-monthly magazine based in Milan, Italy, and founded in 2016. The publication focuses on personalities, fashion, style, entrepreneurship, and culture for Africans. Though articles on food, movies, fitness, music, travel, sports, technology, and books are also featured. Our lives full of best stories. A lot can happen in a month. Expand your mind, change your world. Get Schengen Story magazine's full editions. Celebrating Africans make an impact. Read better, the inside story. Your fashion magazine for a better lifestyle. Inspiring stories for you. Your monthly dose of entertainment.
A year ago, I wrote a book titled The Final Solution, and I was trying to say to the rest of the world that there are challenges ahead. Now, a prophecy did come, and that prophecy is coming to pass. But I'm telling you, the final solution has been found many years ago in the Bible, because the Bible simply says righteousness exalts a nation and sin is a reproach to the people. So I want you to know that we can get solutions to problems in Ukraine, in Russia, in Nigeria, indeed all parts of the world. We need that solution, and the solution is straightforward. Please get a copy of my book. It's the Final Solution by Bishop Schengen Johnson, and you can find it in Kindle, in Amazon. Just type Bishop Schengen Johnson, The Final Solution. It's very, very small book you can read within 2 hours, but it contains the final solution. Do get a copy. Not getting it is doing disservice to humanity. Don't forget the final solution.
Hi there, I'm Mary Keurig, and I am a businesswoman in the United States, but I'm also the Global Content Vice President for the Sub-Saharan Open University in Nigeria. I could not be prouder to work with Dr. Osita Anamika and his team on helping to create not just entrepreneurs and skill-based talent that will get out into the workforce and make a living for themselves, but also young leaders. And to that end, with this integrity-rich university environment that's accredited now, and it's just an amazing opportunity for anyone there of any age to jump on board and learn, we want to let you know about a new offering that we have. We have a global governance and diplomacy course now provided by a whole team of people that crosses several countries to put together these resources and lots of great information for those of you who might be on the path toward public service and diplomatic service, NGO leadership, that sort of thing. We hope that you will walk through this open door and enjoy.
Looking for the right answers to hard and sometimes confusing global events? Look no further. SSM's team brings unique perspectives from across the globe. Our in-depth independent reporting is to make you better understand the world as we evolve.
All right, viewers, you're welcome back. The second part of our Friday International Update. George, are you there? BD?
Live and direct.
Live and direct. Good. Gentlemen, let's come to some other talk. Yesterday, Nigeria now. Well, yesterday, the screening for the ambassadorial list, Tinubu came up with, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The screening began, and but we saw something. We heard them say, let them just take a bow and go. I mean, what that meant was they've all been accepted. They've all been screened. BD, let me start with you. Just take a bow and go. We don't need to talk much on each person. We're in a government, George. We're in a government where oppositions don't really have effects. Don't you think so? Your views, your whatever you bring doesn't really make anything. Whatever the president says is what it is. Is it governance that way? Is that how it should be done? Let's see a clip of the moments as we continue, before we continue. I don't know. I think the studio has some clips there.
Mr. Chairman, sir, in view of the fact that 4 of the nominees before us are career ambassadors and ambassadors before, and also the last among the nominees, Reno, somebody that I personally know for the past 20 ideas about this. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I again want to move that these nominees take a bow and go. I so move.
That these nominees take a bow and go. So that was what they were saying. They should just go. We don't need to screen them. And we know that these people are coming to represent us in their various, in the international world. George, what do you say? Should they just go? Do we need
Nigerian government is a joke. It's a pure, simple joke. For somebody to even say that is just an abdication of their own responsibilities. It doesn't matter whether you know, even if it's your brother that is there, they need to be processed through the judicial, through the process of, and make sure that they're qualified for that post. We've come to a point where it's only the president that is the executive president. Every other arm of the government is null and void. Is that the way we're supposed to govern one another? Just simply because somebody submitted the name of Reno Omokri, you know, to President Tinubu to bring him on, because this is a political prostitute. There ought to be people carrying plaques outside that this man should not be rewarded. He's a liar and should not be allowed to hold any government office. And then you're talking about take a bow and go. Who the heck is doing that? Where's the responsibility of the House and the Senate? Simply because you know them for 25 years, let them come and bow and go? For what purpose is that? They need to stop this nonsense they are doing. And this is part of the reason why these little foxes are things that destroy the government. And as a matter of fact, our president ought to be careful. You don't reward, you know, simply because, oh, somebody, Ashimole, is saying, oh, let's just, you know, allow him, you know, because he's trying to appoint somebody who was his enemy. That's not the only reason why we should be allowing somebody like Reno Omokri to hold any type of office in Nigeria. This individual they need to stop this nonsense. Because it used to be that people are appointed because of the content of their character. But these days, whether they are thieves or liars or whatever, we just allow them to come in over there. Look at this man that is already been exposed internationally as an ardent liar. And then you still going to appoint them, put them where, in what area? Come on. Can we stop this nonsense that is happening in our country? This is unacceptable and intolerable.
Yeah, what some of the points they gave is that the Reno, he speaks patriotic. He comes out very patriotic in his statement for Nigeria. But we know that's not patriotism. You don't saying different things.
You cannot.
We don't know. So, but it's not George. It's not just Reno. We have some very strange characters there too. I mean, we all know what the INEC man did. He's also there. We know many people. In fact, the list has so many strange characters there. But if they are saying they should just take a bow and go,
you cannot do that. That should never be allowed. That should never be allowed. The House must receive information on each individual, a detailed information on each individual. The House members are supposed to study these things, come and ask some serious questions. Just don't take anybody and put them out there to represent your country. Come on. Is it that we lack educated people? Is it that you can get somebody from Lagos State or from Abia State or some other place and put them as an ambassador? Why must
maybe they don't have in their party? Maybe they don't have educated people.
You don't have
maybe
an ambassador
have those kind of people.
Party. It doesn't have to be from your party.
But most times it's party friends and people from party that comes there. Okay, that's it, George. You came out strong on this one. So viewers, that's it. We heard that the ambassadorial screening, this committee representing Adonov, Adams Oshomole says they told the community chairman, let's not talk much, let's not screen.
These are political sycophants. That's all it is.
Let them go. So, viewers, if you think otherwise, let's also hear the viewers' opinion. Do they just take a bow and go? Don't we need to check and screen people that will be representing us in different countries? They should be men of noble character. I mean, there's a standard for an ambassador. You don't just put anybody because he's a friend and he goes to represent us, and probably all he will do in that country is lie and fabricate things and just do anyhow, putting us in a bad situation. George.
Number one,
it's crazy.
I applaud the president for even thinking of appointing this man after all the criticisms and everything. Kudos to our president. But Mr. President, please consider the people you are putting in these positions, because if they don't look good, you will not look good. Let's consider there are so many educated, enlightened people in Nigeria than all these political sycophants who will jump to another party tomorrow and discard you any day, anytime. Let's be careful who we are trying to appoint as ambassadors to represent Nigeria. Unless Nigeria is now known as ardent liars, go ahead and approve Reno Omokri.
BD, we were talking, yes, we lost you there anyway. We were talking about the screening, the ambassadorial screening yesterday, where they said, let's not screen them, let them just take a bow and go. Do you recommend such procedure now for ambassadors to just take a bow and go? BD, can you hear me? Okay, I think
because we are become a country that I can hear you very well.
Okay.
We are not a country that don't care what happens to us and what happens at us. Do you understand? Now you want to send ambassadors to other countries. You want to represent Nigerians in another country, and you're saying that you don't have to screen them, let us just take a bow, just because you want to please one man in the name of leader, in the name of presidency. Do you understand? You say you will not screen them. You remember, lately we had an issue with one of our minister, and people were saying, oh, how was the person appointed? Was he not screened? And I think he was screened in house. These are the kind of those things. Now, even when it gets to the Lorena Omokri, is it the people that Nigerians don't want to screen and send to go represent Nigerians? Already Nigerians have a very bad image outside the world. Once you see that green passport, it carries a stigma that is affecting a lot of Nigerians outside the world. And you said you don't want to screen anybody, that they want you to just take a bow and go and represent over 250 million people. Because these ambassadors, you see them in any country, what you're seeing is Nigeria. And you can judge this 250 people by the actions of this individual in their different countries. Another of the things you say, you don't want to scream, they should just take a bow just because your party said, just because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, just because they want to do what one man wants. You see, that shows you that this country called Nigeria is sick. And it's very sick. And until we as citizens of this country realize that our country is sick, we stand up and seek for help, for medical help for this country. And how do we seek for medical help for Nigeria? We have to stand up and ask for accountability. We have to start speaking up, holding our leaders to be accountable. And you can't send someone without screening them if you can't hold them accountable. Do you understand? Now the person will go there and telling you that I am not here for you. I'm here for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and it's only Bola Ahmed Tinubu can say what I would do, and they don't care about the image of the Nigeria or about the citizens of Nigeria. They will be in those countries. Nigerians will be maltreated anyhow. They will not look out for them. They will not act like ambassadors. These are the kind of people you want to send out. It's okay. We're watching.
No, because
it's okay.
Think about what she's saying. Think about what she's saying. An ambassador is somebody who is representing the whole country. Now, this man recently was exposed as an ardent liar, and then you want to come, and then you know, and Ashimole should be ashamed of himself. As a matter of fact, he should be ashamed of himself. The clash turned into a procedural fight, which Ndome insisting Senate rules must be followed, while Ashimole is pushing back. I mean, what kind of politician are you? You just want to go. Some days you are so intelligent, some days you act like an animal. I don't like that. No, some of these people are crazy.
Okay, yeah, BD. Go ahead, BD. He said something like
I just said,
George, that's
someone said on national television.
Okay.
What someone said on national television, APC is a party you will join, and once you join it, that's your brain will be wiped off. You no longer have brain, you no longer think like a reasonable human being. So that is what you're seeing in a Shomole. All what they do in that house is a mandate. Whatever the mandate says, that's what they do. They don't care about Nigerians. They don't care. They are your mandate will stand. And anything that the mandate will stand says or wants is what they will do. When they call them a rubber stamp Senate, a rubber stamp House of Assembly, they were getting angry, but that's exactly what they are. We don't have Senate in this country. We don't have House of Rep in this country. They are doing everything to please President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his son Sheyi and his wife. That is what they are there doing. I'm telling you, and it's hot that a lot of Nigerians have not yet realized this. So let us send Ren or Mokri. If this guy, not only Ren or Mokri, so many of them in that list,
so many,
that ambassadorial list.
Okay.
They have a lot of cases. They have a lot of cases in the court they've not answered. You brought them, you want to. That's okay. You can keep them in this country. Give them.
You know, one former ambassador, one former ambassador said most people in the list all should be in jail and not ambassadors. Yes. Okay. Let's come to. Let's come to some other Nigerians making us proud, representing well, good ambassadors for Nigeria. We have Okunji Iweala, like you all know. She's the woman at the helm of affairs of WTO, the World Trade Organization. And yesterday she was with her. She called her younger sister, and they were together. They had a meeting together. They discussed some things, even though it wasn't disclosed. But this brings some joy and some pride to us Nigerians that we have two major people. So we're talking of the UN Deputy Secretary General Amina Mohammed, smart, intelligent ladies, and George. So not everybody is bad. We still have great ones in our midst, representing us well. Is that not so, George?
Well, these are the people that we can, actually appoint as ambassadors.
Okay.
Not all these political sycophants, Yeah, simply because they did something good for you, whether they qualify or not, you just go over there and put them in there to represent Nigeria. Tomorrow, it becomes another issue. It's taking 2 years, more than 2 years to appoint ambassadors, and this is the best we can have? Come on. Is that what it is? What are we doing? What kind of image polishing do we even have for our country?
Ourselves.
We become so laughable around the world.
Yes. BD, Amina of United Nations and our sister Ngozi Uwala together. I mean, these are noble women. These are special women, special. So what do you say? Yesterday they were together in Geneva. Amina visited Ngozi Uwala, and Ngozi was referring to her as my younger sister. And they had some closed door meetings together on issues concerning the world. So what do you tell us, BD, on this?
Yeah, when I saw that clip, I felt so good. I felt so at home because that's actually what we are.
Mm-hmm.
Africans were one, and that's how we should see ourselves. Anna Mohammed has been a wonderful person, doing a great job in the United Nations. I think I ran into her in one of the Sons Award. That was like 3 years ago at a hotel. She has this amiable personality, very intelligent, and very welcoming. Do you understand? I love that union, that sisterhood that I saw between Amina Mohammed and Gozo Konjo Iwala. And that's how Africans should work. I think I believe that if a lot of African women should identify each other like this, move each other, we will get more women like Amina and Ngozi Okonjo there because we have a lot of African women doing great, but we are not really much. Yes, we're not really much. I think my word for Amina and Ngozi Okonjo Iweala is that they should take the grooming, the mentoring, they should take it very serious. Yes, a lot of women, a lot of African women look up to them, but I know they are busy, a tight schedule, they don't have time for those things. But I think I want to bring the attention to that. They need to have time for other young African women because they inspire us a lot. We want to get as far as they have gone. Do you understand? And we can do that if we don't have somebody who is telling us this is what you have to do.
Mentoring the younger generation. That's what you're saying. Thank you very much. So, yeah, they should be out there mentoring young ladies also. Tomorrow we'll be having
I'm not finished.
Okay.
What I suggested that these are the people they should appoint as the ambassador, not those psychopaths. One thing we should understand: Tinubu is not appointing
merit. He's not
no,
appointing them.
he's not appointing ambassadors for Nigerians, for Nigerian own. No, he's appointing them for his 2027 mandate.
Bidding.
Yes.
Okay.
This is over going to 3 years. Tinubu has been in office. He didn't appoint ambassadors, and he felt it's not important because a lot of people have called his attention to it. He felt it's not important. Now you know that he has launched out his 2027 re-election vehicles. He has launched it, the car for 2027, the houses for 2027, the New Hope agenda. Homes are ready. So all these people he appointed are people who will work for him in different states, getting Nigerians in diaspora to queue into Tinubu 2027 agenda. So this is what he's doing. He's positioning himself for 2027 success. He's not appointing them for Nigeria. So Nigeria
Intel. Nice intel, nice intelligence, BD. Thank you for that information. So the whole essence is for his bid 2027. Anyway, we still have more good ambassadors in Nigeria. On the sports side, we have, let's see this clip before we continue. Let's see this clip.
Aksesuar değil, aynı zamanda tribünlere, umuseverlere hazır olun, geliyorum işareti. Şimdi yılın sporcusunu görmek için filmimizi izleyelim.
Okay, so what you're seeing there, viewers, is our man, Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen He's representing Nigeria well in Turkey. He won the GQ magazine Turkey Man of the Year award, and it's a big one for him. He thanked the GQ, thanked his family, his fans, and said the award means a lot to him. George, another good ambassador here now. What will you say about Victor Osimhen?
Well, congratulations, Victor. Continue to make us proud internationally. We're proud of you too.
Thank you. Bidi, what do you say to Victor?
Congratulations to Victor. What you should know is that Nigerians individually represent Nigerians better than Nigeria as a
Mhm,
government.
mhm.
Yes, Nigerian individually, we are good ambassadors to our country. Most of the good names that Nigeria has gotten is an individual effort, not government. Nigerian governments on their own have never projected well, journalism or projected Nigerians well. All the accolades, all the good record, all the appreciation Nigerian is getting is from Nigerians. So it actually has always been a personal effort,
Well,
not collectively as a nation.
okay, that's very impressive. Yes, individually we're doing great, but as government, mm-mm. All right, gentlemen, we have just a few more minutes. There's a clip I'm about to show you now. Why we're showing this clip is for people to be careful when they go to Turkey, and also to make other nations, because this is what they do to us too. They try to blackball us and make Nigerians look like we're the only bad people. Now, see this clip. It's coming from uh, one country in Europe.
Bakın arkadaşlar, şimdi bakın gördünüz, düşürdü.
So,
O da dedi ki bak düşürdün dedi. Çok teşekkür ederim diyecek. Ne olur gel ayakkabını ücretsiz olarak temizleyin diyecek ve ondan sonra hayırlı işler. Görüyorsunuz değil mi? Yazıklar olsun.
okay. So what you're seeing here is an intent, a ploy. Huh? It's a ploy to make people these shoe shiners in Turkey. This is Turkey actually. They intentionally put their thing somehow and falls when they see foreigners, the tourists. They will make that thing fall. So when this tourist now says, "Hey, your package has fallen," the man will tell you, "Oh, thank you very much. Now come over. Let me give you a shoe shine. Let me shine your shoe. Let me clean your shoes." Now, when you fall for that, other things happen. They tell you you have to pay for the shoe shine, or we'll call you the police, or they even, as the process of the shoe shine is going on, he could also steal, rob from the tourists. So this information was brought to us in the studio, and because we're in Europe and we know people travel, our people also travel. Nigerians travel to Turkey. You have to be careful. They say it's a new thing they do to get foreigners and tourists hooked up into, blackmail and all of that. So, George, I know you were in Turkey some time ago. Was it Turkey? Where did you go to? Poland. Where was that place? Okay, so
Poland.
you please be careful when you travel. They have means of really doing bad to tourists. Let's conclude with the story of the governor, the deputy governor of Bayelsa State that passed on. He passed away. Bidi, that's the deputy governor of Bayelsa. They said he slummed and died, and that's a sad story. His name is Ewe Krujepo. Ewe Krujepo. Bidi, what do you have on this man? What's the story? Why did he slum and pass away?
I don't know, this slum and slumping and dying in Nigeria has become a common thing in Nigeria lately. Yes,
Oh dear.
we have a lot of cases. People just slump and before you know it, they give up the ghost. It's now becoming a common thing in Nigeria. And I think Nigerian government should pay attention and find out what is actually happening. Yes, I know the society has been told people are going through a lot. Do you understand? People don't even have enough to do the proper checkup to find out the situation of their health.
Health.
So it's a common thing. It's not It's not like one or two things. It's something that has been common lately in Nigeria. A lot of people go through die like this. I'm telling you, in a week you can hear like 10, 20 cases like this.
Oh
People
dear.
just lump. Yes, it's very common in Nigeria now. It has become a rampant thing that's going on in
Sad.
Nigeria. Yes. And
George.
I think
Mm.
it's better to
Mhm.
go and I for his family, and then the God console his family. I can imagine what they are going through now.
Young man,
Sorry.
61-year-old George.
Mm.
Did you hear that news
Yeah,
yesterday?
I heard the news. Our condolences to the
Mhm.
family. And, we don't know what happened until we know exactly what's behind these people, but what we know
Wow.
is what Biddy is saying. All the money that we're spending, wasting away, could actually be used to bring better medical infrastructure in Nigeria. And because, these politicians are able to fly off from Nigeria to go and get a better medical checkup, outside of the country, they don't care about the common people. But these are things that we really need to pay attention to. There are some common things that can be, instituted in Nigeria, and it will help our people, like how to be able to, like blood pressure, diabetes, all these little common things that people go through. And it's easy for them
Mhm.
to check and make sure that there are places you can go and get your medical checkup to prevent stuff, death like this. This is
Mhm.
something to do. It's important.
Thank you, George. Thank you. BD, we're about to go. Do you have a last word for today? Is there anything you want to tell us that we need to know? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
what I want to tell you people is I want to tell you people about my charity work, which I've been doing. It will be
Mm,
20 years this year. So
okay.
I'm calling on our viewers or friends to come support me. It's been a
Mm,
charity thing. You can
yeah.
put a
Mhm.
smile in someone's face. This charity work actually started from
You
my personal
you
experience
should have
on during the Christmas
brought
period. People are
the you should have brought the account number so we can put it in the banner so for people to see and send their support to you. That's a very human thing you're doing there. That's
It's
what
very
is.
noble.
Yes, that you're an ambassador, not this. You're an ambassador. Take feeding the
yeah,
poor,
they should come
feeding
and see me
people,
today.
helping
You could
people.
have seen but
Yeah,
judge.
nice. Thank you very much for that effort. SSM will surely follow up with you. We'll put our videos might too. Georgie, you have any
Yes.
words for the day? Mhm.
Well, we thank God for our country, Nigeria. Continue to pray
Yes.
for our
Yes.
president and his
Mm-hmm.
family, and all the governors, and all the
Mm-hmm.
all
Mm-hmm.
the politicians,
Yeah.
rulers, all the way to the traditional rulers. We pray for them that God will
Okay.
grant them the wisdom to continue to serve the people. And the key word is to
Amen.
serve, to
Amen.
serve, to serve the people, and that God will
Amen.
open up and eradicate corruption from our country, that we may
Okay.
be able to, reach that paradise that we're supposed to be in. So that's my prayer,
All
and
right. Thank
God
you.
to bless the
Thank you.
Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amen. Thank you, guys. BD, awesome. Great having you here. And you look stunning, BD. Thank
Yeah,
you.
she does.
Thank you.
Georgie,
She does.
thank
Yes.
you for coming. Viewers, this is it. We wrap up the week's up news update. SSM. Still, we'll come again Monday. We start Monday, but between the lines, we're out. So have a beautiful weekend. God bless every one of you. Thank you for hanging on with us. Bye bye.